Welcome back, guys.
Yo, what's up?
So, I have person space here. We got this. We're finally doing it. So, we are going to start this new thing, starting with this video, where we're going to go over our experiences from every single place that we went to. This will be starting with an abandoned cement factory, Columbia, Portland.
Portland, Columbia.
Portland, Columbia. Either way, I got the words right. Just maybe not in the right order. So, okay. In the next video, we're going to be starting something new also with it, where we'll be recording the history of the place. So we'll go over all the history instead of boring you guys with the details at the beginning of the Let's Explore series. And then we'll do the videos afterwards where it's the personal experiences.
So, if you're counting at home, that's 3 videos for each place. The opening, which will be the history, the actual video where we explore, and then the last video for personal experiences, stuff that happened, anything that we feel like you guys would want to know.
Okay. Do you want to start with your first personal experience at Portland, Columbia?
I guess I'll start. So, you know, obviously it was a pretty massive place to go through. I think the first big thing that happened was with the picture. We'll put it up here in the video now. But with the picture, so obviously there was a really weird blue light behind Hunter. It kind of looked like a shield or a bow, or it was just a weird blue light that there was no explanation for. And then if you paid attention, there were 6 circles that were circled on the picture. And each one of those circles, if you zoom in to us and to other people that we've showed the picture to, you can see shadows. So just the fact that there was 6 in one picture, it was really weird. Obviously, a lot of people got hurt or passed away in the factory, so it could have been them. But that was like the first big piece of evidence or experience that I personally had.
To go along with that, actually, when we first got there, right before we took that picture, I think we explained it in the video, there was a shadow that we saw personally that looked like it ducked behind one of the walls in the first building that we went into. So that could contribute to it. Trying to think. The first real experience that we had that I noticed was just like this really off feeling about the whole entire place. It just seemed like you could tell what is it?
Aura?
Yeah, the aura of the room or anything like that was just off-putting.
It's a very creepy place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything from how cold it was to some of the art that they placed on the wall to just the shadows that we saw. Our first go around with it, besides the picture that we had, when we went up to the very top in the long hallway, and again, I think we explained this we did. Never mind. Anyways, at the end of the hallway, it seemed like there was a shadow standing down there in the corner. We couldn't get anything on camera, on picture, unless something pops up in the video that we'll be posting before this.
It was definitely there. Like, it's one of those things that you see and you try to tell yourself, like, it's probably just that, or it's probably just that. And then a couple minutes later, you look there and it's completely gone. So you know that it wasn't whatever you thought it was. It was actually, like, there was something there.
Yeah.
The entire time you were there, no matter where you were at in the building or where you were at on the property, you had the feeling of being watched, you know. And yeah, a lot of people are just going to say we're those guys that believe everything happens, and, you know, but we're not. Like, we actually, there are some things we're able to disprove, and we try to disprove everything we feel or see just because we're about the genuine evidence, so.
Yeah, even if there's something that's like completely undeniably, like, you can't disprove it, we will go through and we'll try and think of every single explanation for it, whether it be wind, dust, just maybe an animal noise or anything like that we hear. We're very skeptical about what we find, so we aren't the type of guys who will go in there and be like, yep, it's haunted.
Another thing to point out is, since this is the first episode of this, if you guys ever see anything in our videos, like we go through our videos top to bottom multiple times looking for stuff, especially if we do get feelings or have personal experiences there. But if you guys ever see anything in our videos, feel free to comment, like let us know, give us a timestamp, and we can take a look at it and see if there's actually something worthwhile there that we can point out in our next video, or go from there.
So our first trip to the cement factory, that was about all that we saw.
We had to take 3 trips.
Yeah, we did. That's
fault.
It's my fault. So our second trip is the one that we actually I deleted the footage from. There wasn't any real experiences the second time that we went.
No, it just, like I said, the feeling of being watched. The second time, so the first time we were there, we didn't know too much about it. The second time we were there, we actually did find out that there was a death on the property. So, knowing that, being more open to that, you would expect to have more feelings. We didn't, per se. Not really any shadows. It was just meh.
I'm sure you guys could probably hear that. Please excuse my daughter screaming in the background. She hasn't had her nap today. The third time that we went, there was a couple more experiences that we did feel. You'll see in the video before this that this was... So as we were saying, we were on the third time around, right?
Second. Oh, yeah, technically third.
So the third time around, we were walking up the steps. This is nothing paranormal at all, but you'll see it in the video. I want to talk about it. So doves decided to literally attack my head.
Never seen this man as scared as in that moment in my entire life.
It was freaky. So we were walking up the steps, and it sounded like footsteps above us. And at this point, we didn't really have any experiences walking through the third time around or anything like that. So I was like, okay, well, footsteps upstairs, let's get up there faster. Next thing I know, a dove flies at my head. Sent my heart racing. And don't let him lie, he was scared too.
I wasn't as scared. I jumped because he jumped. So, like, if you ever with someone and, like, you're doing something and they jump, you're going to jump as a reaction because you're like, so, yeah.
Do you want to go into another story for you? What about the shoulder?
Oh, yeah. So, I completely forgot about that. We were during the third time we were there, we were walking, and there's a hallway, or it's not really a hallway, it's kind of like a path that goes back behind some of the machines. And there's a wire hanging down. And it's like at that perfect length to like just brush your shoulder. We were walking down the hallway. He was in front. I was behind him. And like the wire or the hose or whatever you want to call it, like it brushed my shoulder. And like immediately as I got past that, after like it was away, like I was far enough to where the swing wasn't going to come back and hit me. I felt someone like grab right here on my shoulder and they like pulled me back. Almost hard enough to like jerk me sideways a little bit. So that happened, and like there wasn't anything there, there wasn't shadows or anything. It was just kind of weird, but it was in a part of the cement factory that we actually hadn't, I don't want to say walk through because we were in that room multiple times, but we never walked that little pathway before, so that was interesting. It was weird. Other than that, I mean, that's all I had on the third day. Besides, we did hear a little boy laughing or talking a couple times, and that was right before we left.
Yeah.
And it was a little boy who had passed there. He was riding a four-wheeler and fell in one of the cave-in spots. So we thought that was a little interesting. Odd, yeah.
Now, right after Nick's experience where something grabbed his shoulder, we went to walk out the door into just heading out to head towards our other building that we hadn't explored yet. And just a small little personal experience for me. Out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a face right in the window of the door we were about to go out, so bad that it made me jump and have to double look over there at it. And besides the boy laughing, nothing really else happened. I had some personal panic when I went up the rope ladder to the other building that we explored. Now, I was reviewing the footage and I didn't show what it looked like up there just because I was panicking so bad. I didn't know how I was going to get down. I was up there by myself. It was a good 20-25 foot up the wall. And the only thing that was up there is when you walked into where you got up the rope ladder, there was a ladder that went up. And then straight over, there's another rope that led up into the next room with a ladder that led up again. So it was basically just like up and down stuff. Nothing really big. I don't even think you could have got across to like the little tower or anything like that. But we made it down safe and everything. Got out of there. Said goodbye to the bando. That's about it.
Yep.
As far as personal experiences. So off that topic into our channel a little bit. I know I mentioned this in our exploring update, but we will be growing here within the next month as much as we can. We're already starting to grow. We got better equipment today. I got a camcorder for our videos. Ricky is doing an amazing job at editing and helping us grow also, along with all of you guys. The love and support that you are showing to us is amazing. We appreciate it so much. Hopefully soon we'll be able to start working on merch and getting that all set up. We're not sure when we're going to release it yet. We'll probably have some more ideas for that as we grow.
Probably be once this whole coronavirus thing is over with, because obviously it's kind of backed a lot of things up.
Yeah. Besides that,
I think that's most personal experiences for this one, so we'll catch you next time, I guess.
Yep. Catch you guys next time. Stay tuned for our next video.
Which will be the history behind the Renville School.
Along with the history behind the school, we'll also be doing the history of Renville itself.
Yeah, it's got a pretty cool history. It's not a very big town, but
it does. We'll go more into that though. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Follow our Twitter. I'll hopefully tag our Instagrams in the bio below. And let us know any ideas, questions, anything like that in the comments below. Hopefully soon we'll be able to do a Q&A with everybody. So if you guys want to ask us questions on Twitter, if you want to put them in the comments here, we'll get together like we are right now and answer them for you guys. But with that, we're going to say goodbye. And as always,
let's explore.
Let's explore. Bye, guys.